It was supposed to be my day off, but my hip flask was dry and I'd left $5 in the drawer. I needed that money for the speakeasy. Fat Sam's wasn't the cheapest joint in town, and Tallulah waited for no man. That's when my next case walked in. Maybe she'd been waiting. Maybe it was just bad luck. She had the look of a dame who wouldn't be caught dead in a dive like this. That coat said she could afford better than a 2-bit dick like me. Her voice was like silk and her lips like rubies. Herr Spiel, I'm glad I caught you. I need your help. 4 little words that bring more aggravation than I care to admit. But when you're an ex-cop who was great at his job but lousy with the liquor, you took aggravation on the chin till you sank it with a glass. What will it be, sweetheart? Followed the old man. I wish. My sister, she vanished. She was tracking down our estranged uncle and hasn't been heard from since. Okay, where was the last place she was looking? It's been months. She did have a clue. She was heading to Ulfenkhan. Damn. Ulfenkhan, the cursed city. And boxing this case was about to get messy. The Spiel Canal, another gaming channel with no budget for voice actors or even a catchy tune. The Cursed City, a place where my accent shifts and it's a little more colourful. Pre-ordered from a nice little joint called Games Bunker. To get into this city I was going to need my trusty partner, the Leatherman. One day I'll lose a finger working with that old maverick. As is usual with these kinds of cases, GW loves to give you sprues. Dark for hostiles, light for heroes, intentional. Only the GW gang knows and they ain't talking. Cursed City has its rules. But can you still play by them and get results? I don't know in this world. The case was full of bases and an errata, but what it really loves is its dice. But when it's 3 AM and Lady Luck has left town, well, it's a good thing you have plenty of cards and tokens. At least the rules covered what was what in Ulfenkhan, and it didn't take a YouTube video to decipher the sprues. I have to give those bums credit. They know how to make a plan with push-fit models that are easy on the eye if not on the wallet. At least the heroes had a variety of poses, some more dynamic than others, but each clear so no 2 heroes looked alike. There were plenty of details on the city streets and buildings, not many backgrounds repeating like a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Everything was double-sided in these streets, which might sound like a pain, but at least it wasn't like the case of the Necromunda vinyl mat. Ugh. I want to forget about that one. The cards in this case stacked up high against suspects. The sister was nowhere to be found and I needed a drink. I poured some of the guys from the streets into a lineup. Even to my bleary eyes, these guys looked mean and they were a step above the thugs I'd seen attached to bosses in the past. Interesting poses and plenty of detail. They looked like they knew how to take care of themselves. The different levels of thug were distinct. Your street bums and your enforcers. Then those that looked like mini-bosses, running their own businesses perhaps, but kicking a vig upstairs. From the outside it looked picturesque. The city art was fantastic and really reminded me of horror posters. Those limited palettes have been used plenty of times in films as well as games like Darkest Dungeon. If you soaked it in, you could see it did a good job of demonstrating this was a co-op case. With a varied group of archetypes and the main villain, Radukar, overlooking their actions in a curious yet menacing expression. The GW gang were keeping tight-lipped on who put this together, but I think I'm going to need to come back and police these streets, maybe with some partners next time. In the meantime, I picked up some postcards. There were nice shots of the artwork and city of Ulfenkhan, but my favourite was seeing a thug standing menacingly over a child in the daytime. It stuck out like moonshine, demonstrating these enemies, they're not only creatures of the night, but they're a threat during the day. Right now I had to get this dame out of Ulfenkhan and come back with some buddies of mine from the force. It wasn't going to be easy, but maybe, if this was the challenge I thought it would be, and I brought that sister back in one piece, Lady Boosie would have eyes for me, and we could carve out a little slice of happiness for ourselves. Hey, a man can dream, right? Like the dream, maybe you'll hit like and subscribe, and I can have a little validation for losing my mind over the past year. Until next time, sweet cakes.